Right at it. Right at it. Oh, he's done it again. Just as he did at the John Deere for his first win.
Before we get started, just wanted to say this was our first attempt at this type of podcast. We did it live with live people asking questions to the space. Obviously, there weren't as many people because it's a blowout. There's not as much to talk about in terms of wanting to know things right away, which is fine. We still had a blast with a few people, thanks to Jet, who tracks Kuchar. He stayed in basically the entire time, added on to the discussions, thanks to him, along with tracking JT. We had fun, though. It was a good time. I think there was one, obviously with this being live, everything was raw. There's no editing, and it wasn't just us. So I don't think there were many expletives, but if there were any, there might have been one or two, just giving you warning. There was none that were extreme, but that's kind of how live goes. Please let us know if you want to see this again, especially like before a Masters or something. I feel like it would be pretty cool. But we had fun and just we love talking about golf, so it couldn't go that wrong. But yeah, we'll get right into it. That's basically all we have. So yeah, first ever live podcast. Here we go. Welcome to our first ever live podcast. We're doing this on Twitter via Twitter Space. Me, Dan, Jordan, all here. We're talking with a lot of our followers here on Twitter. We'll be going into discussion, talking everything Jordan Spieth, everything Ryder Cup. What a day it is to be an American. I mean, we are steamrolling the Euros right now, which is an absolutely great feeling. Regardless of how Jordan Spieth is playing, you have to love where we are right now. It feels great. We've been at the Euros hands for a long time now, and it's great to be beating them this badly, and hopefully we can continue it tomorrow. I did want to be semi-close going into tomorrow, but that's over, so now I just hope we get to 20, because that would just be great. Dan and Jordan are here with me. They can give their thoughts on today, and then I'll give mine. But yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I kind of saw this coming. I crunched the numbers from what I saw, and the European team just isn't as strong this year as they have been in prior years. I think it mostly comes down to that. The U.S. has played some fantastic golf, but this European team is just not very good. I mean,
the talent gap is very big.
It's large, and when one of your best players is supposed to be Rory McIlroy, and he's 0-3-0 this week.
Yeah,
it's just going to be tough to win. From Jordan's perspective, I did think he'd play better this week, but again, if he can go out there and put a point on the board for the United States tomorrow, I'd still say it's been a pretty good week for Spieth. So we'll see.
I agree. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, we've done a good job of. One of my keys before the week was to win foursomes, and I think we went 6-2 in foursomes this week.
Yeah, we did.
That's insane, right?
I agree.
That's really good, because the Euros are usually really good at that. Rahm's done his thing. We kind of thought that was going to happen, but honestly, like, DJ's been awesome, right? 4 points. I think
DJ's had a big week.
Xander has 3. English and Tony Finau have been pretty good. I know they lost today, but they were dominant in their 4-ball Friday. Just like everybody on the U.S. that was a captain's pick, or not like a top 5 player in the world, has contributed in some way. And on the Euro side, there isn't any Tommy Fleetwood, Francesco Molinari 5-point weeks. So that's been very helpful so far.
No, I'm really pleased. Today was a big day, especially because it looked like the Euros were going to win the morning session, not handily. It looked like they were going to probably win 2.5 to 1.5. or whatever. Yeah, whatever. It looked like that in the morning, about halfway through, and we were able to win 3-1, which is just, I mean, the turn of the tables. That basically did them in. They couldn't afford to get anything less than that, and especially in the afternoon. I mean, it looked like we were going to get 4-0 at one point, and we split it 2-2, I believe. Yeah, which is just, I mean, that's massive. And I feel great. I feel great about where we are. I don't think there's enough talent on the European side to even give them a chance tomorrow.
It's over. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not enough. Rahm, Sergio, and I mean,
there's just too much depth on this.
There's too much depth on the United States team.
Yeah,
there really is.
Europe will, I mean, obviously they'll win a couple matches tomorrow. Whoever goes up against Rahm is good luck. It's probably over before it starts.
Yeah.
Sergio can go get them a point. But man, nobody else on Team Europe has really been that impressive. And the Americans have been the team that have shown the most fight, the most grit, determination, maybe. Like you were talking about how it looked like today looked like the Euros came out with more fight and that they were going to put some more points on the board, but we flipped it and won 3-1 and kind of put another nail in the European coffin.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Sure. I'll say one thing, Dan. Just so I know, number one, I think you said Rahm, Sergio get a point. I want to bet on Sergio getting a point. I think Rahm will definitely win, but Sergio got carried today for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't. I know. I think he could he could get them a point. Like I think he's playing well enough that he could win a match
for sure.
But the rest of them, like, I don't know, man.
I know as Americans, we're so used to second guessing our captains, but I think it was a big no from Patrick Carrington's perspective to only play Shane Lowry as much as he has so far.
Well, I want to say
he's got juice.
I want to say one thing about Jon Rahm, and I feel like something that is not talked about enough. He is on some kind of stretch, sort of like what we saw with Dustin Johnson last year. But the difference, I feel like, is Jon Rahm plays a much more consistent game. Jon Rahm, I mean, DJ is a streaky putter, and usually when he's doing what he did last year, he was putting really well. I mean, Jon Rahm plays a game that he can consistently play like this year round, and that's very scary. I mean, Jon Rahm has a very bright future ahead of him. He's going to be winning majors for a long time to come, and I think he's going to go down as one of the best Ryder Cuppers ever. I mean, he's just so good in the format. You can just tell he lives for the moment. He loves the emotion. He's very scary, and I mean, this is not a one. I mean, this was very expected, just because he plays a game that he can repeat it week after week. His swing is so good. I mean, it's so repetitive, and he makes putts, and it's not a streaky type of making putts like Spieth or DJ. I mean, he makes them every week, and that's incredible. I mean, it's truly incredible to watch.
Yeah, he's got all of his his short game, his putting, his irons, his driver. Everything is elite, right? With DJ, when DJ gets hot, like the putter starts working, right?
Exactly.
But the short game's never been like amazing, but going through the tracking today and seeing that, oh man, Rahm almost holed out from the bunker or from just short of the green. It's like, this dude just gets the ball in the hole so fast because everything in his bag right now is just working so well. He's got all the skill in the world.
It was pretty nuts. I mean, just from tracking today, the amount of times he missed greens and would either chip it or splash out the bunker.
He'd lip out all the time.
He was nearly holing like every single one of them. It was
incredible.
Nuts.
It was incredible to watch. And I think tomorrow whoever draws him is basically done for. Another thing, we are expecting the pairings. We'll react to them live whenever they come out. Stricker said that he has about an hour to get them in, which means I expect them to be in within the next 30 minutes. But other than that, if you guys want, we can open it up. We'll continue discussing. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, let's hear it.
Should we I think we should just roll Jordan out against Rahm tomorrow. And
I mean, that
I
would.
wouldn't be
it's just
opposed to that. I mean,
it's just an
mean,
automatic.
That's
like,
probably the smart thing to do as a team. But
right.
again,
Yeah, it's
me being
arguably
biased,
two.
I want given that I think the cup's over, I want that singles match more than anything.
True.
That's
Very
a big
true.
thing that we want to get off.
Yeah.
Garrett Murray's joining. I know Garrett was at the Ryder Cup today. I want to ask him, because Garrett, what's up?
Not much, man. I just found out from my dad tonight that I'm going back again tomorrow.
That's sick.
Let's
How was
go.
it today? Was the atmosphere sick?
Dude, the atmosphere was incredible, man.
That's awesome.
It was,
No, yeah, you were super hyped about it this week. That's really awesome.
dude, the best day of my life, man.
That's awesome. I mean, the Ryder Cup, I mean, you can just tell. I mean,
Dude.
I thought when Rahm put that in the bunker and the place went nuts. I mean, say what you want, but that's crazy. I mean, you don't get that anywhere else. It's so cool.
And my friend and I sat on 17 grandstand and we saw Morikawa sink the putt to win the match in the morning match.
That's really cool. So were you on 17 the entire day?
No, we switched off following Spieth and Koepka.
That's cool. Yeah. No, that's really awesome. Yeah.
definitely jealous. That's for sure.
No, yeah. That's one of my bucket list events for sure. I really want to go.
My first ever Ryder Cup experience, and it's here in Wisconsin, only 50 minutes away from me.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's crazy, especially we saw the traffic tweets. Everyone was going crazy about the traffic because obviously it's a big event in the city that's super small. But yeah, that's how bad was the traffic? How early did you have to leave this morning?
My friend and I left my house at like 7:30 and got there at like 8:45.
Wow. And you're only like 45 minutes away?
And I'm only like 50 minutes away, approximately.
That's crazy. That is absolutely ridiculous. Well, have fun tomorrow, man.
It's actually more like an hour away, but still.
Yeah. No, have fun tomorrow because that's going to be sick. Enjoy it.
If I get any good pics of Spieth or videos of Spieth, I'll send them over.
Great. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it seems like there's a good atmosphere there for sure. Obviously, Berger and
Oh, yeah, it's
JT,
awesome.
shotgun and beers and whatnot. That was cool. But I want to give some props to Steve Stricker because he's done a good job at, one, I think getting everybody prepped for the Ryder Cup, making everybody get there, well, except for Brooks, but get there and play the course a bunch. And he's done a good job with pairings, I think.
Yeah.
Because the only person that's played 4 is DJ, right? So
and I think that the plan was probably to put Berger in there, but Berger had such an awful morning. I think it made sense to put DJ in there over him.
And so DJ's just been the hot hand, right? So you play the hot hand,
absolutely.
and you give everybody a session off. Even not playing Spieth in 4-ball was questionable, I think. But at the end of the day, like
The way Jordan's played.
if he can't make any putts, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, exactly.
He's done a good job, I think.
I agree. I do think that Stricker's done a good job. I didn't really understand why. Spieth played yesterday afternoon and not yesterday morning. But other than that, I think it was smart to have the nobody plays 5 mindset, and then if you have to sub someone in, then you sub someone in. But all right, Jet's on here, so what's up, Jet?
Is he there?
What's up?
Hello?
Yeah, he should be right here. You're on mute. Yeah, we'll wait for him to get settled. Anyone who wants to speak, just request. I'll go through. I'll accept them periodically. Cooch is going to definitely. He's good at adding to the discussion. He's done these spaces before, so I know he's going to want to stay. But if anyone else wants to speak, ask a question, just join on.
What's up, Bob?
What's up?
Can you hear me okay? I don't have any headphones.
No, yeah, you sound perfectly clear. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on today and Lee Westwood's play?
Man, Lee Westwood's the worst player on the team. He's so bad. He's horrible.
No, yeah. Westwood
Like-
did Fitz win a match? Did he even get a point?
No,
No.
none. Westwood's floor is just so low. He has the lowest floor of anyone by far.
Yeah, Westwood is pretty bad. He was a 2-week wonder. This year,
Did he
at least.
auto-qualify too?
Yeah, he did.
Off of 2 weeks?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
I have a messed up point system, man.
Along with
No, it's also because, he won the race to Dubai last year. So he got a ton of points for all those tournaments.
So yeah, we're awaiting the pairings. I wonder if. All right, so let's just go into this now. Jordan Spieth putting performance today was definitely the worst I've ever seen. I don't know. I haven't watched all of his rounds. Obviously, I've watched most of them, but I don't know. It was pretty pathetic. It was really annoying to watch as a fan, and especially for Koepka, I know we kind of carried him the front nine, but the back nine he just played lights out better than us, and it was really annoying to see. And I know Jordan hated it. He was really mad after that miss on 16. You could tell he hated being in that position. But yeah, I don't know what Jordan. Do you have anything to add? I know
it was embarrassing. It was kind of 2015 through 2017, what Jordan just used to do to everyone. He'd make the long one. He'd watch people miss short ones. I mean, Rahm was just. I mean, he was making long one after long one, and Jordan kept missing short one after short one. So
No.
It's very frustrating to be in Jordan's position and just
No, yeah, it's horrible.
in such a
And
big tournament.
I wasn't able to watch this afternoon, but were they 4 or 5 footers, or were they just like inside?
No,
10
they're
feet
about like
and you
7
just
to
couldn't
10
make 'em?
feet. All 7 to
Ugh.
10, 12 footers. They're just.
That's
No, yeah.
rough.
I mean, he had the
All
one
right.
whip out that was just nasty, but I mean.
Yeah,
I will
that
say,
means- go ahead.
I think as of now, I mean, yesterday's morning match, that loss kind of stung because we played pretty well and JT didn't. This morning was a lot better. We played a lot of good team golf. When JT didn't hit a good shot, Jordan picked him up. When Jordan didn't hit a good shot, JT picked him up. JT made putts, Jordan made putts. We scored well. I think Jordan probably overall played better yesterday. But I think in the end, he didn't win the point, and I think for that reason, he is arguably, besides Berger, maybe the worst player on the team so far, which is disappointing because you know how much he cares about this event.
Yeah, he very well may be, and it's not. I don't think he's played bad this week. I mean, he's ball struck it
Yeah, he's hit it
pretty
great this
well.
week.
It's just the U.S. team has been so dominant so far, and everyone on the team has played pretty good. So he's just being kind of left behind. But
Yeah, it was really rough.
Hopefully he goes and gets that single win tomorrow, because I'm sure that would make him.
That
feel
would be
quite a bit
epic.
better,
I
'cause
really want
I
that.
really think he's playing pretty good. He's just not.
I mean, he's hitting the ball great,
He's just not putting the ball in the hole.
but I mean,
And
the
that's
thing
just-
about other
that's just tough.
the thing about other putting performances that we see with Jordan that's really annoying is that he's hitting all the I mean, he hit some shockingly bad putts today.
oh yeah, the
Not
speed
even
was
just
poor.
not even just from 30 feet when he was. I mean, there were some 15, 20 footers that he wasn't coming within 6 inches of the hole.
Yeah,
And that
Within
was
3-4 feet short too.
I mean, that was. I mean, I get the wind was, and but the wind's a factor. Everyone's playing in it, and you have to. Good putters know how to make putts in those situations, and it was tough to watch, because he hated it. You could tell he hated it. I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to add something on the putting, not Jordan's putting in particular, but I think I told you earlier, Bob, how everyone was critiquing Whistling Straits for being linksy and so like
No, it's not.
European friendly. I think with all the wind that they get at Whistling Straits, I mean, if you look at how the American teams have lost Ryder Cups in the past, it's been because the Europeans make putts and the Americans don't. So when you bring a course like Whistling Straits in, where it's gusting 35 miles an hour, it's tough to make a lot of putts. So you're kind of taking away the way the Europeans beat you when it's really hard to make a lot of putts. So
Yeah,
it was just everyone was saying it's so European friendly. I didn't see that.
No, I agree. I agree. I definitely kind of got sucked in. I mean, I haven't watched a tournament at Whistling Straits since 2015, so I kind of forgot a little about it. But it looks linksy, but it's not. I mean, you can tell it's a long ball hitter's course, and the greens are nothing like links greens. They're not fescue or anything. So yeah, it's not linksy at all. I mean, I fell into the trap of that's what it looked like, but you do get some of the wind elements, but it's not a links course by any means.
No, I mean there's a couple holes where you can run a ball up to the green like Jordan did when he made eagle earlier, but no, it's not a traditional links golf course.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's just such a great course, though.
It is.
It is. It's a perfect venue. I love it. This has been so fun. I mean, the closing stretch is 16, 17, 18. I mean, anything can happen.
Those are so good.
I mean, 16 is reachable, but it's not an easy par 5 by any means. I mean, if you overhook it, you're dead. 17, par can win the hole sometimes, and 18, another really hard hole. And that's just
the penalty
perfect.
for bad shots is so steep. Like, you can't hit a bad shot and you're dead.
No, I agree. Especially some of those, like, shots. You just see some shots that you never see anywhere else where you're, like, 40 feet below the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
It's awesome. And number one, they need to bring a PGA back there. And number two, I mean, just imagine that course, if they set it up, not with the USA Ryder Cup team having any say in it, and that, like, first cut of rough that we're seeing is all that fescue, and it's just fescue.
Exactly.
I mean, I know when Jason Day won it, what did he win it at? Like 18 or 19 under? They can
20.
They can set up that
How
course
is that even
to play
possible
a lot harder. I guess if there's no wind, they can eat it up. But if there's wind and they set it up to as hard as they can, it'll be fun.
Hell, get a U.S. Open there, man. Like, I feel like it's that good.
I mean, at this point, U.S. Opens are piss easy anyways. You might as well just put it a fun course.
Yeah, I mean, they host U.S. Opens at Pebble Beach, so.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Jordan has quite the opinion on Pebble Beach.
That's another. I mean, for everyone listening, I'm not big on Pebble Beach hosting a U.S. Open anymore. It's fine for the Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
I don't think anybody is.
But you can't host the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. It's just too short. The scores are too wild.
It's too easy,
Open. End of story right now.
No, I agree. Regardless of everything, though, I mean, this is a team event. Jordan Spieth would take this result any day of the week, being up 11-5, no matter his record. We all know that. As Americans, this is a very good place to be. So you can't be too mad. So whatever. I mean, Jordan hasn't played his best, but tomorrow he's going to come out firing. You know he really wants to get one more point, especially in the singles. So yeah.
Yeah, no laying up. Just tweeted some stuff out about who's won points and whatnot. And Spieth and Koepka are the only ones to have losing records, and everybody on Team USA has at least one point.
No, I mean, it sucks. It sucks as a Spieth fan, considering how dominant he's been in team play, especially recently. And one thing here, I want to bring this up. 5th hole this morning, someone brought this up. Jordan Spieth was going over the water. He rinsed it. I mean, he double crossed it, and you could tell he wasn't comfortable with that shot. Jordan Spieth asked Justin Thomas what to do, and what Justin Thomas was comfortable with, and Justin Thomas replied to him, "Just do whatever you want." I feel like there's something to be said about that's not great team golf. I feel like there's a downside to them being very good friends. And someone brought that up. They were like, they're not willing to tell each other what they need to hear because they're such good friends. And I want to touch on that because I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. Maybe it was just a really bad shot and he wasn't comfortable with it, but he didn't look comfortable over the ball. when is he ever comfortable with 255 3-woods over water into the wind? I mean, that never happens.
I don't think many players are, to be fair. That's a tough shot.
No, they're not. And especially with what were the positions of Hoblin and Weisberger in the morning? They weren't great, right? One of them was left.
I can check.
I mean, we still tied the hole with a 5, so they
Yeah,
could
we
have
did,
been
but
not great of a spot.
Yeah.
I agree with you, though. I think there should have been some discussion there because you saw later that day, Brooks was telling Daniel Berger to do something like punch out sideways because he would have done that if it was a major. So if Brooks and Daniel Berger could have some discussion about it, then Spieth and JT should too.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of that pairing. I think there's, yeah, I never have. I've never been high on it. I think that at the 2014, I feel like Spieth broke up that Reed pairing to play with Thomas when I really don't think, I don't know why they did that. And that's always kind of sat on the bad side of me. But again, Justin Thomas was at the top of the world in 2018. I mean, obviously they're going to play well. Spieth was playing all right, and he was making putts, so obviously they had a good record there. But still, I would rather. I want to go back to Spieth Reed. I think that they'd be deadly.
Reed's got to make a
but
team
he wasn't
first.
on the team. Yeah, he wasn't on the team. So,
It's
but again, another thing I wanted to say was, I think if Spieth wanted him on the team, I think he would have been on the team because I think the reason why Berger got picked was because Brooks wanted him on the team, and Brooks needed a partner. I 100% believe that because you heard them talking in the interview about it. They played college golf together. They've been comfortable playing golf before, and I think it just reminded me that Stricker went in when he was giving his captain's picks. He talked about how he talked to the players on the auto qualifiers before, and they had some say about it. I 100% believe that Brooks Koepka had a say in Daniel Berger getting picked because, I mean, I think that's the reason why Berger got in over Reed. I don't see any. I think if Spieth wanted Reed, I think he could have got him over Scheffler.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know about maybe over Scheffler. I think it, depends on who. Like Bryson and Scotty have been really good 4-ball pair this week.
No, I mean, yeah, you can't take away from what Scheffler's done. He's been playing great.
So
there's no doubt about it.
Maybe Stricker just said everybody likes Scotty Scheffler and nobody likes Patrick Reed. So
That's
I'm going to pick
Scheffler.
that's
another good.
Too.
That's another good take. I mean, we talked about in the Ryder Cup preview. Maybe it's a locker room thing. I mean, it could very well be a locker room thing.
Whatever it is, I think Stricker deserves a lot of credit because I know a lot of people are second guessing him with some of the picks, some of the pairings he's put out this week. But I mean, it's been U.S. dominance, and I will say he has a much better team than Padraig Harrington has. But I mean, they're winning, so I mean, something's working.
I do have a take on the captains. I'll start with Harrington because I do think Harrington has been a disaster. The morning pairings. I don't know if you guys agree with it. The morning pairings were not the pairings that you put out needing 3 points by any means.
Yeah,
those are some really bad pairings. You don't lead the charge. You don't lead the charge with burned Weisberger. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would have much rather than put Rory. Even though Rory's not playing well. No, I agree, and that's the other thing. And I know you want to give Stricker a lot of credit. I definitely want to kind of go against that. I mean, Steve Stricker has done a lot of things well, but I will say I think no matter the captain, the United States are winning at this stage.
Yeah, I agree. But Harrington, he just doesn't have the players to win this Ryder Cup.
And
I agree. Doesn't have the talent.
And I agree. And I think that's kind of the same thing on the other side. I think you talk about giving Stricker a lot of credit, and I agree he deserves credit. He's winning, but I think you could have put any set of pairings really, within reason. I mean, any captain was going to put Spieth and JT out there. Any captain was going to put Xander and Cantley out there. But other than that, switch up whatever you want. I still think we're winning this Ryder Cup, and I still think we're winning tomorrow, no matter what.
Yeah. And what Harrington needed, he needed Rory and Poulter to be what everyone wanted them to be, just absolutely dominant. And they're the worst pairing on the team.
I agree.
That's probably the difference right now in the whole thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
On this Stricker note, though, I think there was a lot of pressure on him this week because of all of the Europe's won 7 of 9 or whatnot, and so the fact that he, picked the guys that I personally think should have been on the team.
Yeah.
And he's rolled out good lineups. He's made tough calls. He left Spieth out of 4-ball.
Yeah.
He left JT out of 4-ball. We haven't seen a Spieth JT 4-ball, which is kind of crazy.
That's kind of crazy because I feel like that's the one they'd be better in because they don't have to be.
For sure.
They can be just friends in that.
For sure.
Right.
Because it's just them having fun playing their own ball.
And at the end of the day, he got them ready to play, and they're doing what they should be doing.
Yeah, I agree.
European team, and that's about all you can ask out of the captain. And I know we've got some other requests.
No, yeah, we do. I'll go in order. We have another Jordan Spieth tracker here. We can go with him first, then we'll go to JHS after that. If he has any questions. Tracking Jordan Spieth, what's up?
Not too much. How are you guys?
Good. We're doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Do you have any questions for us or anything?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think was the real reason that Jordan's putter was so cold this afternoon?
Confidence. I think that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Even the first 2 days, he didn't really make anything big. I mean, he made the putt on 10. That was this morning, right? Yeah. So that was a big one. But other than that, I mean, he hasn't really made anything at all, which is just like he hasn't really had a good putting day recently. I mean, he didn't putt well at East Lake. He didn't putt well at Caves. He didn't putt well at – did he putt well at the Northern Trust? I don't think so. I don't
think so, yeah.
So he just hasn't been putting well recently. And I think at this event, I think he was prepared mechanically. I just don't think he had the confidence out there. And I think missing a lot of putts early on and seeing JT miss a lot of putts too definitely didn't help with the confidence. But it is what it is. I think we're winning the Ryder Cup, and that's what matters. I mean, there's nothing worse than losing to the Euros. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I can even kind of relate to what you just said, like with Jordan seeing Justin miss putts. I'm a competitive junior golfer, and like days where my putter's cold, I'll see people miss putts, and then I can't make a thing.
No, yeah, a lot of PGA.
I think it's just so mental.
No, a lot of PGA Tour people talk about how, seeing putts made in their grouping makes a difference. I mean, if you know that the putts are out there falling, then that's going to help.
Right, 100%.
So yeah, I don't know if Jordan, you had what was the other thing you were talking about besides confidence?
I thought it was confidence why he was missing putts. His stroke's off too. It's not been very good all year from short range. He's not starting them on the line correctly. He's not starting them on the line he's wanting to start them on, and it's just.
What was the hole where he had that horrible push?
I know he
7.
It right. Yeah, he pushed it right.
Was it? No, it was. It was like 6. I think it was 6.
I think it was 6.
But yeah, I think it's a mix of confidence. Yeah. Just not starting him on the lines he wants to start him on, and he's had some bad luck too on a couple of them. In the lip out on freaking 12.
That lip out was brutal.
No, yeah, I agree. Jeez, that lip out still makes me mad.
I think he's standing.
I couldn't get over seeing that.
Setting up to the ball a little bit wider this week. I don't know if that's something that only I've noticed.
Yeah,
he is.
Which is what he did. If you go watch 15 highlights, it looks like he's a little bit of a wider base. But I think that the Open got to him. Saturday at the Open kind of.
Yeah, and that was
there have been a lot of short misses all year, but that was the big one that cost him big time in the tournament that he really, really wanted to win down this the end of the season. So I think that made him look at alignment setup.
Definitely agree with that.
So I think he's in a putting kind of not searching, but he's definitely working on a lot of stuff to try and
Yeah.
put it
Yeah,
together
it's like
for
when
this
he was.
league.
It's like when he was in a slump and couldn't hit a fairway half the time.
No, yeah.
Yeah, now he'll get the putter back.
Yeah,
before
he'll
we
get
all
the
know
putter
it.
back, and I definitely think there's going to be a lot of putting in his off time this off season with the baby coming, because it's going to be a lot easier to putt than go to the range and stuff and work on stuff. But
Oh yeah. And
um,
speaking of that, do you think he'll play at all this fall?
No.
I know
well,
someone on his team
yeah.
said he wasn't, but
I mean, that's basically all you need. I mean, yeah, he's not going to play until Kapalua. I'm 99% sure of that. Yeah, that's all I really have. I don't think there's anything to say that he will play any earlier. So yeah, I say that's Kapalua is the next time we see him. So we better enjoy tomorrow. Hopefully, it's only 10 holes. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, but we all love that.
Yeah. All right, but
Yeah.
and that. All right.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say one last quick thing. I'm new to this tracking. I'm new to this tracking thing, and you guys kind of were the ones who got me into it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome.
Have fun doing it.
It's awesome. Yeah, a lot of that's the tip I always give. It's tough to give tips on to people because everyone has their different style. But the biggest thing, if it's like a job, if it feels like a chore, just stop. Like it makes you makes you
something I
dislike
enjoy
golf.
Doing.
Yeah, then keep doing it. Yeah, just enjoy it. That's the only thing I can really tell you.
My friend gave me the whole idea, and I'm like, should I do it? Should I not? And I kept seeing your guys' stuff, and I'm like, yeah, he gave me a great idea.
Yeah, it's a fun way to follow the rounds too. But
exactly.
Yeah, just have fun with it, bro.
Exactly.
Don't beat yourself up over it. I know I get pretty emotionally invested into it, but
for sure.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun.
I sat in front of a TV and computer for 9 hours today watching the golf.
That was great. Yeah, that four ball was so long. But yeah.
It's so much slower than alternate shot because it's really two people playing than in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean we never see foursomes ever. We never see foursomes on the PGA Tour, so we never really get that long. But yeah, it is what it is. All right.
Yeah, tomorrow should be quick.
Yeah, tomorrow should be quick.
Yeah, when should parents be out for that?
They should be out any minute, and if you're going to keep listening, then we'll be reacting to them live. But I know we have a few other people that want to ask some stuff. So yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, bro. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Enjoy your night.
See you. All right, JHS. What's up?
All right, I'm a Brooks fan, but my comment is, why did Cantley and Xander not play when they talk about rest, but yet we have our oldest player playing 4 straight?
Well, I think – all right, so here's my take on it. I think that the mindset was to not play anyone. I think the mindset was to not play anyone 5 matches. And then after the morning, Berger was playing horrible, and they were like, all right, replace Berger with who is playing the best. And at that time, DJ was the best player on the team. So I think you put him out there. I don't think DJ is old enough where it's affecting him. I think if anything, Morikawa would be the one that you really needed to make sure didn't play 5 because he was just, he's got lingering issues.
Yeah, and Brooks, I think.
Yeah.
Play 5.
Well, yeah, and Brooks, yeah.
Brooks probably didn't want to play 5 anyway, if we're being honest. But
he's actually been pretty good this. Sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you're good, and
off,
he has. I mean, we saw this afternoon. He was a lot better than Jordan. So
yeah,
he's been pretty solid. I'll give it to him.
No, yeah, that's true.
I think DJ can play at them all because he's on that coke.
No,
serious,
man.
Dude.
Nah, DJ's some
number 2
character.
in the world for a reason, fellas. I mean, I know he's been slumping, but he's a heck of a talent.
He is quite a talent. I agree with that.
DJ Rahm tomorrow would be sick.
That would be awesome. Sick. Imagine Rahm goes down. I'd do anything for Rahm to go down.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, though. Mark my words. All right, JHS, you got anything else? Or yeah, you can unmute your mic if you have anything else to say. You are muted right now if you want to unmute yourself.
Cantley and Xander are playing lights out right now. Why sit them and play some other guys? Jordan's putter's
I don't
cold
think
as
Xander.
ice
I don't
right
think
now.
Xander was lights out in my opinion.
Xander or Cantley was not lights out. Cantley played pretty bad. He got carried by JT yesterday night, in the night round. And
Like in the
Xander,
second half of that match.
yeah, I just think that I don't
There's so
think
much
anyone
depth.
really was lights out besides. I really think that you really could have only afforded to play one guy 5 times at most because of the depth that we have.
I don't think there's any
And
reason to play everyone
Yeah.
as much when you have the depth that we have.
Yeah.
Now.
And I don't think that and I was obviously upset yesterday, but then I realized, I mean, there's just simply no need for Spieth to play 5, regardless if he won everything. And I don't think anyone really was lights out. I think the people actually that were lights out were some of the people that only played 3. I mean, Finau didn't win, but he played really well yesterday.
He just didn't putt well today. He missed his putts by a few inches today.
Yeah,
But
he
other
had a
than
rough
that,
day.
He looked good.
Who played?
Spieth's putter's been cold. You think if his putter's hot, they beat Sergi?
Absolutely.
Today,
I think it's over on 16. I mean, he missed 5 putts inside 10 feet. He makes 3 of those. It's over before 17 tee.
Do you think the wind's affecting him, or he's just in his own head?
I do, but I
his
also
head.
think it's in his own head. I think it's both. I mean, I definitely think that there was probably 1 or 2 putts today that the wind affected that he didn't think was going to, or it affected it differently. But I do think it's in his head. I mean, that's just how he's always been. He's always really
It
struggled.
didn't affect John Rahm, so I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's a number 1 in the world for a reason. And then last question is, I'm a Brooks fan, so I'll let y'all speak y'all's mind, but y'all think he actually cares and is showing he does care?
He 100% cares.
Yeah, he cares
He's
a
too
ton.
competitive to say, "Oh, I'm gonna go play."
No.
If he loses every match, he's gonna be pissed. So
No, I think it's when before. I think he doesn't have enough self-awareness to show that he's caring and give the team enough, like before the tournament starts. But once he actually gets into the tournament, he wants to win more than anyone. And I think I think we always knew that. I don't think this was an event that we thought that he was going to play like he did in non-majors. I just think that before you could tell that he wasn't doing everything, which that's what frustrated me. It wasn't that I knew he was going to go out and give us 100% in the Ryder Cup actual matches. I don't know what you guys thought.
yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, easy way to see he cares. I mean, I saw the fist pumps he was throwing out there
He loved
today.
it.
He was trying. It's a shame Jordan didn't really give him anything to work with.
No, yeah, it was rough, but whatever.
Well, appreciate you guys, and
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks. So I did hear Tracking JT just said 45 minutes for the pairings they heard on Golf
That's
Channel.
ridiculous.
I don't know why. If they had to get the pairings out for if they had to get the pairings out an hour after they finished, which is like 7:30, that means they're already in. Why aren't they just announcing it? Especially for the Euro fans.
Yeah,
They
I don't
wanna
know
go
if
to
I
bed.
trust Tracking JT.
Yeah,
Stupid Canadian.
That's a good point. But still, I think that's a long
It's already
time.
1 a.m. in the UK. They're definitely already asleep anyway.
Yeah, they're probably already asleep. Yeah, good point. Here's a stat that I just found. 100% Spaniard pairings, when it's just 2 Spaniards have played 31 matches in the Ryder Cup, they've lost 4 times. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous.
I think Jordan handed at least one of those losses, I believe. Because didn't Jordan beat Rafa and like someone else?
Probably Rafa and Sergio. I think.
Probably,
I think Jordan
yeah.
beat Rafa and Sergio. I think. Memory.
Yeah.
I totally forgot Rafa was in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He lost his tour card this year.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. He lost his tour card.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's Europe's future. Obviously, Hoblin, Rahm, Rory will
It's
be
not
around
great.
for a while.
It's not
Rory
great.
will get back to playing like Rory McIlroy
Bobby
does,
Mack.
but
Shane
Well, I
Lowry,
think it's
guess.
I think the best players in the world are starting to switch a little more internationally. I mean, we're seeing a lot of Koreans and Asians
they
and
aren't
some
Europeans
JM
though.
and
So
exactly.
helping
That's
Team
what I'm
Europe.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it's switching a little bit. It's not
Yeah,
as
Europe's
much.
dead.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
no one.
yeah. They really don't have much of a future. They have Rom. I mean, they have Rom. They have
They have
Hoblin.
Rasmus Højgaard.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he'll
Hoblin.
be in the next Ryder Cup.
Yeah, that's possible. I don't know. Seb thinks Moronk's gonna get in there. No
He
chance.
might too. I mean, it might get that bad.
Yeah.
The President's Cup should start to be more interesting as
I
well.
do think that will be. I think that's true. I think the last President's Cup was kind of a wake up call. And you could say what you want about the President's Cup. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, but it's not the Ryder Cup as we know.
Not even close.
I mean, there's just not that interaction in terms of fans.
I mean, I think it becomes something if the United States start to lose a few. I mean, the Ryder Cup's so cool because not because I like losing, but it's just so competitive. The President's Cup's not competitive.
But not even that. I mean, if you're from a country other than the U.S., are you really a diehard international fan like the Europeans are? I mean, the Europeans,
you're probably not.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. The fans aren't as into it when you go across.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
the fans aren't even as into it when you come to the United States, because a lot of the fun that the United States get out of the Ryder Cup is they love seeing the Euros hit bad shots. So
golf's just not as big international. It's big in Europe, but it's not as big outside the international
and that's
countries, which I get.
Yeah, I agree.
Wherever they played that last President's Cup, I'm sure half the people there were just rooting for Tiger Woods over whatever country they were rooting for.
Yeah.
It's a great golf course. Royal Melbourne is a fantastic golf course.
Where'd they play that? Australia?
Yes, Jordan's won there a couple times.
Did he? I think I thought he only won one. Did he win twice?
I think he won twice. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, he needs to get back there and win it a second time because I love watching.
Yeah, I don't know why he stopped playing. It's the middle of December. Why aren't you doing that? Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, he won twice. 14 and 16.
Jeez.
He won in 14 by 6 shots.
That's funny. That is funny.
Gosh, he needs to get back there. The time difference is tough, but still.
Yeah. Here, let me see if Tracking JT will get in here. Give his opinion on Justin Thomas's masterclass this morning.
Any predictions on the order tomorrow for the U.S.?
I think Jordan deserves to be put out last.
I think
he doesn't deserve a chance at the second place.
Half,
yeah.
Which will be
JT's
tough.
Getting in. Let's go.
I assume we'll have it won by the.
Gotta roll JT out.
Yeah.
Number one. I think it would be cool if Bryson went out 2.
No, I want to see the
fans
passionate players out first. Besides Spieth, Spieth just simply doesn't deserve it. I'd love to see Brooks, Finau, Bryson, JT, maybe even Scheffler. Some of those guys out 1 through 6.
I think DJ's got to be out there though too. He's 4-0.
Yeah.
Colin too.
Throwing him out early for sure. I feel like Morikawa deserves. He's been really good this week.
I still think you put JT out first.
I totally agree. But a Bryson Hatton, that would be fun.
And if you're Europe, you have to put literally 1 to 12 in order from best to worst. I mean, you have to put blue on the board early, and just just hope that the bottom of your lineup succeeds. So but Rahm has to be first. You got to put
getting Spieth Westwood at 3:30.
My God, that would be horrible. Dolphins play at 1:30. I don't want that.
Rory Spieth last.
That would be +3 would win the match.
There'd be no man putts outside of 10 feet in that one. For sure.
Yeah, they're
exactly.
they're getting Rory out there early because they know that if they want a chance to win, he's gonna have to make a putt.
Yeah, exactly. All right, JT's in here. Let's hear it.
He's just watching the hockey, I guess.
Yeah, he's probably watching hockey. Nope. Come on, man. He said he was getting in. We'll give him time. Still nothing on the pairings.
It should be out like 30 to 45 minutes after play concludes. It's not.
I don't see why it takes that. I mean, you talk with your captains. It's not. I mean, you got to come to a decision at some point. It's not a math problem. Like, just get it done. There we go. Justin Thomas tracker. Let's hear it. What's up? Jet, talk to him.
It says he's a listener right now.
No, it says he's a speaker.
I got a listener on mine.
It says listener on mine.
It says speaker for me. Yeah, now it says listener.
I think he's gone as well now. Jeez.
Yeah, he's probably glitching. He'll probably just whatever. If anyone else has any questions you want to ask, just request to speak. We'll answer them. Anyone can join. He keeps like requesting and unrequesting. I don't know what's going on.
You know what's crazy to think though? Like, doesn't it feel like Europe's dominated us the last 15 years?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
If it wasn't just for the one day at Medina where we blew it, it would be a 50-50 split. Like in the last.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
however
you.
many.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, we can hear you.
He's finally here.
What's up, Jet?
Are you watching the hockey?
No, preseason, man.
Get that on. It's the first game.
Yeah,
First preseason game.
It's preseason.
Yeah.
The Leafs are looking good.
Man, Spieth put on a shit show of a performance today.
No, I agree. I definitely did not love in the afternoon at least. This is my opinion on the morning. That was beautiful team golf. I feel like they both put on a great performance. Just like they picked each other up when they had to. Mute your mic, man, when you're not talking.
Some pause.
But yeah, I think that it was a good. I think there was a good performance in the morning. This afternoon was a disaster.
Man, what even is this? This is going to be a podcast?
Yeah, this will be an episode. I'll post it tonight, and then it should be out tomorrow. It's already 51 minutes in. Where are these pairings?
They're not going to be there. Didn't they release them at like 8:30 yesterday?
Yeah, but it's singles now.
It's going to be DJ versus Rahm, man, for the first.
Wait, so how did the captains decide the pairings again?
The pairings or the singles order?
The singles order. Like,
So
how did they
put-
determine who plays who?
So they put a slot 1 through 12, and then the Euros put a slot 1 through 12. And then I don't know. What's your Jordan? Do you know anything about the? What do you know about the Presidents? The Presidents Cup differs, right? Like they actually
Yeah, they have they get them on TV, the captains, and they just name the names. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting this time. So I guess it is different, yeah.
No, yeah, Presidents Cup superior in that, right? Then I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Dan wants to talk, so we'll let him do that. Dan, what's up? You're muted. There you go. Dan. All right. Well, Dan is not.
I think I see the pairings. I think I found them.
Where?
Shane Ryan, I believe, just posted them.
Oh yeah, we got
The
him.
Europeans are putting Rory out first. Well, I guess this was
It'll be over very early tomorrow morning.
Jordan Spieth versus Tommy Fleetwood
We are
tomorrow.
11th.
Okay, that's a good match.
He really went from like best to
You
worst.
put JT 9.
JT is 9th.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Scheffler versus Rahm.
Scheffler, Rahm. But if Scotty gets half a point out of that though,
Scotty
that's
will fight.
insane like legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, not too big of a legacy move, but that's like
All right.
you got half a point off of John Rahm in singles when Rahm was torching the earth with his golf ability.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll read down the line. We got
Spieth match is going to be irrelevant.
Yeah, it will be. The thing will be over by then.
Yeah,
But
that deserves
for
to
sure.
be though. He deserves to
for
be
sure.
irrelevant on Sunday.
Yeah. All right, so Xander versus Rory first out. Then we have Cantley versus Lowry. That's going to be a good one, I think, personally.
Actually, I love putting Xander and Cantley out first and second because they didn't play this afternoon.
Yeah.
So they've had more time to rest.
So
and
what time's Spieth going to be out? Jeez.
They'll be up and ready to go. Spieth will be out kind of late, but
Yeah, like probably
at that
2.
point, you're only really trying to just get the first guys off.
Jordan's
and
match is
going
going to be
well.
I'll be watching football.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
All right, so Scheffler versus Rahm in the 3. Bryson versus Sergio in the 4. I like that one. That one's going to be fun. Morikawa versus Hoblin in the 5.
That's
Young
sick.
Guns.
DJ versus Casey in the 6. That'll be
A blowout.
a routing.
Bloodbath.
7 Brooks versus Burned.
That's so funny.
That's like
such a good-
the most
such
like
a good pairing.
irrelevant pairing right
There is
there.
zero chance that
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka knew who Burned Wiesberger even is. No.
I wonder.
I'm not
if
sure
Brooks
they get a
feels
shot
offended.
shown. I'm not
Like,
sure
if
they
he
get a
feels
shot shown.
If he feels offended by being paired with Bernd
He
Wiesberger
definitely
on a
will.
Sunday.
All right, so
Tony Poulter.
Tony Poulter. I
That's a
love
low-key
that
good
one. I
matchup.
love that one. That one's gonna be really good.
Tony's going to end his Ryder Cup career. Ooh.
Yeah, too bad probably won't matter, but
Yeah, because we need 3.5 points.
we need 3.5.
Yeah,
I bet DJ gets us the win.
I don't see the Koepka versus Wiesberger and JT's match is going to be meaningless probably. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I know JT hasn't been great this week, but I thought you would.
I mean, he's had his good moments. He's had more good moments than Spieth, to be fair.
Yeah, but he's still
Um,
probably bottom half of the players this week, I would feel.
So what's after? I left the.
Finau, Poulter, JT Hatton,
JT Hatton.
English, Westwood,
Horrible.
Spieth, Fleetwood, which will be meaningless, of course.
Man, that's one that is going to be better though because we both miss short putts, so it won't be as frustrating. There's nothing worse being a Spieth fan than playing someone who hits putts because we never do.
The Ryder Cup will end with Berger versus Fitzpatrick. What a snoozer.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Nah, yeah, you got to put. That's what sucks about the blowouts is that the last one, if it's close, you have to have someone that can close it out. And once like this, you have someone that's absolutely irrelevant. But whatever. All right, I gotta get this tweet out here. Let's check the request. All right, checking Jordan Spieth is back. He probably has a question about the pairing, so while I'm talking, you guys can. Jordan off at 1:54 Eastern.
154.
I believe. Yep. All right, let's get these.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
I found on DraftKings.com that supposed time
So
it
are
looked
those
like,
times? Yeah, those are the ones you just sent me, right?
yeah, and it somehow unsent. Something like happened.
Yeah, no, I see it. Is it?
Okay.
Are those? Does it say whether they're in Eastern or Central? I assume Central.
Man, why
I
aren't you letting Sean in here?
so.
Sean didn't request.
So Jordan's either off at 12:54 Central or 12:54 Eastern. So,
Correct.
which would be 11:54 Central.
Yeah. So one of those two, which is fine. Doesn't really matter at this point. It's going to be late anyways.
Yeah, and it's gonna be over by then, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to be so relevant, which kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
but it still matters though. You want to win.
It still
the match.
matters, especially if we want to get to 20 points.
Well, I feel like you want to win.
No,
big,
getting to
too.
20 doesn't mean anything.
No,
It
getting
doesn't, but it would,
getting to 20
Man,
does
these
mean
guys,
something.
these guys are also selfish. Like they're
Right.
It's about winning the cup.
no,
But
you're-
getting to
yeah,
20,
exactly.
getting to 20 would be
It would be cool.
embarrassing.
No,
for
my
Europe.
motivation would be like, if I'm Tony Finau, I do not want to lose to Ian Poulter, who can't hit the golf ball right now. Like, that would be so
yeah,
embarrassing.
that's fair.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's still Ian Poulter.
Yeah, that would be.
He's a hell of a lot better than Finau.
Oh, he is, but like, Poulter just sucks right now, and Finau's actually like good.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I feel
Like,
like
I'm a big
Poulter's
Poulter
a
guy,
Ryder
but
Cup player,
still.
and he's just playing awful right now.
He's old, man. He's like
Yeah.
46.
Yeah, in the past, he's been a good Ryder Cup player. Obviously, not this year. Yes, he's definitely getting up there in age. When he was younger and more in his prime, he was a very good Ryder Cupper. Nothing like what
Yeah.
John Rahm will be, but
Yeah.
he continues to play the way he is for a long period of time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like with all the new talent though coming up, this could be the start of something for the U.S. again.
No, I definitely agree. Jordan was saying that earlier. I mean, I don't think there's really no
Europe had-
future right now.
Europe won a bunch of Ryder
Oh,
Cups.
there's Sean. Let
Europe
him
was so
talk.
good Ryder Cup, and then
Yeah, make
now
the
I feel
Sean guy speaker, Bob.
Nah, he hasn't requested.
Sean
No, I think he
requests to
did,
speak.
though.
Sean
Hold on.
requests to speak.
Where's the?
I think Scotty Scheffler going against John Rahm was a little interesting, but
It's because it's a gimme win anyways. They don't want to
Yeah,
waste
exactly.
a player against.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You
why
could put
Strick is
Patrick
smarter than
Cantley.
Oh,
Ken.
there he is. There
you
he
put
is.
anyone
All right, Sean.
against them, and nothing would happen.
Sean, you there?
Man, this guy's giving me huge Cal vibes right now.
I know.
Sean.
That's exactly what I was thinking, too.
Sean, where are you at?
Is that Xander Legion's little brother?
No. Sean, if you can speak now, I think. Oh my God, Sean, turn it down. All right, all right, that's enough. That's enough. of Sean. That's enough of Sean. That's enough of
Come
Sean.
on. He was just about to talk, and he's cut
Dude,
him
that
off.
would have blasted. He's got music playing.
Yeah, but he shut it off. He was going to say some words.
No. Sean can't keep it PG for the living life of him. Dude, I've been slacking. I gotta get this pairing out. Are you posting right now, Jordan?
I'm waiting until we get a time.
Yeah. I'll just post on Twitter.
Oh, I didn't drop on the Phil account today.
Last match is at 2:05 local. So
You're kidding. Oh. So we're not going to be. Oh, jeez, man. So we're not going to be off till like.
May not be off till like 2:30.
2:50
Eastern.
something.
That's brutal.
So there's 2 hours in between tee times. I guess that makes sense with like how they've been doing it, because like it's been like what 15 to 16 minutes in between tee times. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Although you would think for the singles they would make the gap smaller.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Yeah, I agree. I will say I do think that the United States could very well win like almost every match tomorrow. Like they'll win a few, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to 20 at all.
They need 5.5 to get to 20. I mean, yeah, the odds are in their favor to get to 20.
No, we need
Oh, my bad.
9.
14.5 to win. My bad.
9. If we need 9, we got to get. Dude, someone's mic. If we need 9, we can give up 3, right?
All right, so
the
we're giving Rahm.
Giving Rahm. I'll give Lowry. I think Lowry's gonna win.
I'm not giving that against Cantley though.
I don't think Cantley's played well enough this week.
Probably giving Fleetwood too, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at them. There's not one I'd give more than the Fleetwood over Spieth.
Yeah.
Rahm, Scheffler first, and then I'd have Fleetwood beating Spieth as my second biggest lock.
Yeah. That's brutal that we're at. Yeah.
I don't know. Team USA is just stacked. Jordan's not been good.
Yeah.
But if we win the Ryder Cup, it doesn't matter. So
you just never know, though. Poulter gets hot, Sergio gets hot, Paul Casey gets hot.
that's not
Those
happening.
guys could come back.
So let's live in the real world here, knowing that will not happen.
I've seen it before.
It's
Sadly.
not happening.
Yeah.
They haven't shown any capability of being half competent.
Yeah. All right, JHS back in the air for another. What's up? Another question?
Back, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're Europe, why do you not load the front? It looks like
That's what I was saying.
Because
saying
Podrick doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, Podrick's kind of.
And then if you're the USA, why do you not kind of disperse it to where you don't get in too much trouble?
I think we have kind of dispersed it. I mean, we have JT at 9 as kind of like a safety. I mean, everyone in those first 9, I'm confident can win. The last 3 are like,
I mean, I agree, but our 2 best players this week are Xander and Cantley.
No,
DJ. DJ's the best player this week.
DJ's the best player
besides DJ.
Okay.
And they're all in the front. They're in the front.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been fine seeing Xander lower. I would have liked to see Thomas off first. I would have liked to see them switch JT and Xander. But
I'm fine with Xander there personally. Xander will take care of Rory.
Fine. It's fine. Yeah, I mean,
well, if you put JT there, you get your emotional leader out front, and if he has a good day, then the crowd is just rocking from hole to hole when they show up.
I get that. I don't think they need emotion. I mean, they need 3.5 points. And Europe has shown really just no competence. I don't really care what order they threw out, to be honest. I'm confident with what they got.
Then I'll also say, what do y'all think about how low they've cut the rough this year?
I think it's been great. I think it's perfect for this tournament because it really makes around the greens, like you can miss off the fairway and be fine, but around the greens you can't miss. It goes from a super big target off the tee, relatively speaking. I mean, obviously you'd rather be the fairway, but if you're even in the second cut's like a normal first cut this week.
Nobody wants carnage at a Ryder Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Like you want to see some good shots from the fairway, but around the greens, it is carnage to a sense.
Yeah, that's why it's so
perfect. That's why we struggle in Europe. They grow it out so much, and they hit fairways for the most part. And
that's
that's why we set
team. You get to set up how you.
Yeah, you got to set up how you got set up to your advantage for sure.
I mean, I agree. I was just getting y'all's thoughts on how low they cut it.
No, yeah. I think, I'm fine with it. I love how the around the greens is perfect. I love around the greens, as Jet was saying earlier. The fact that you can have you can have little misses and have you be like 40 feet below the green. That's sick. So yeah.
I think in the future, though, it'd be nice to have a third-party course setter upper, because having the U.S. be able to kind of tweak it when it's here and having Europe be able to tweak it when it's there, I feel like we should just have somebody set up the golf course so that it really brings out like the best parts of the course and make the course kind of the show, because
That's
there's
fair.
a lot of really good courses out there that will host these Ryder Cups, and either Europe or the US will kind of tweak them to put them in their advantage, and that might take out some of the things that make that course really cool. So I think it'd be nice if like there's like a, obviously I'm not complaining this week, but it'd be nice if some intermediate party set up the course to kind of make it pop more that way,
I
and,
think that'd
and
be
then
cool.
let them go at
Fair
it.
point.
What do you think about a Ryder Cup in the future in like Australia? Like just one neutral territory. I think that'd
See,
be
that
sick.
can't happen though,
No,
because
that would suck.
it's not in Europe. So
No,
like,
I was
I
thinking.
get
Oh,
what
you
you're
know what?
thinking, but
You know what? You're right. It wouldn't work because the fans wouldn't be. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was thinking more in terms of like a neutral golf course, and like
But it's about
Like,
the fans more.
the fans do kind of make the Ryder, so I guess that wouldn't work. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that was dumb.
so I think it'll be 1:54 Eastern for Spieth. I think.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm fine with that.
What's also?
What do y'all think about if Rahm loses and Sergio wins? He's the leader of the European team, points wise.
I didn't even think about that.
Wow.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, Sergio's had a great week. I mean, playing with Rahm helps, obviously, but
No, but I mean,
he's hit some shots that are like, jeez.
there's something
Like,
to
as
be
good as
said
a
about
stud.
Ron being super annoying. I mean, Sergio being super annoying. Just he doesn't go away. He's like a pest. Just like keeps bugging us. Like he just even though Ron single-handedly carries the team, there are moments where I think it benefits really well because Rom can handle himself on his own really anywhere, and Sergio can't. But Sergio hit some great shots, like great Ryder Cup shots that really make it.
Bro,
Yeah.
Sergio's got another major in him.
That is not true. That's
Yes, it
That's
is.
a baffling
It's true.
take. That's a baffling
No,
take.
it's a right
way.
take.
There's no chance he's winning another.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes, there is.
It took like everything he had to win like the Sanderson Farms Open.
No.
He's
Yes.
defending next
Fair,
week, by
though.
the way.
Is that
Sergio
next week?
Yeah, he's defending the
Oh, it is?
Sanderson next week.
That's sick.
Sergio is hitting the ball really well.
No, yeah, I mean, keeps in the fairway.
Data golf wise, but
What's the best?
he
It's the
he just
best
can't
he's
putt.
finished since he's been here.
Yeah.
Like he's finished
I can't believe
incredibly
that guy
down
doesn't have
stretch.
multiple majors.
He's got one major and he just finished incredible down the stretch. And now him and Rahm are just tearing it up.
No, yeah, he's having a great Ryder Cup. There's no doubt. You can't hate on him at all.
It's officially 1:54 tomorrow for Spieth.
154.
The 11th of 12 matches tomorrow.
Did I hear that they will have each match on Peacock?
I think that's a possibility. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I
that would be
think that
sick.
will be occurring, from what I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
The PGA has done a good job of getting cameras on the golf courses and the individual groups this year. I know it wasn't it doesn't quite compare to the players, but like the PGA Championship had I think 8 featured groups.
Yeah.
And then this week, I mean, I haven't, there's not as many matches, but if they're able to do every match,
There's not a
with
reason
its
why they
own
shouldn't be
thing,
able to.
that's pretty sweet.
The PGA Tour makes an absurd amount of money. The reason why they can't show every single golfer, every single shot every week is ridiculous. I don't see why they can't make that happen. They have the money to do so.
They're going to in the future, right? Like,
They probably
didn't
will.
they just make a partnership
Maybe
with
it's
Amazon?
just too small a market. Like,
I don't
not
think it
many
is.
people. You don't think so? But it's
No.
like, I don't know. I don't think enough people care that much to watch like every shot of a certain player.
I think that's fair.
I agree.
I agree because it would cost them more. Cost them more for cameras, so it'd be like a separate service where they'd have to charge you, and maybe they don't see the benefits reaping what it would cost them.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right,
But for like majors and stuff, I feel like they should.
For
done a
majors,
better
you gotta
job in
have
the
it. Yeah, I
past
agree.
To have every shot.
For sure, because
Yeah.
those aren't ran by
A lot
the
more
board.
people tune into the majors and stuff. So
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get Cal in here. Cal. What's up, Cal?
What's up?
How's it going? Big week for Xander. You got an echo.
Yeah. He's been the best American, I think, for sure. Him and
Other than DJ, yeah. No,
yeah, DJ's been really good too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Cal, you have an echo, so if you want to figure that out, that would be great because that's going to sound really bad. What was I going to say? I had something to say on.
I've got something on Cantley. What are you thinking, Bob?
Yeah, let's hear it.
The kind of before he went on this like tear, I was like, this dude seems kind of weird, but that like he is sick. Like I love Patrick Cantley. He makes every freaking putt that he like. Whenever they broadcast him reading his putt and like doing his shuffle step, it always goes in.
Well,
I know
time.
it's
he has a very
crazy.
smooth putting stroke.
I feel like Bryson gained a lot of fans this week.
Yeah, we
Bryson
talked about
had a lot
that
of fans, but yeah, for
in the preview. This could have been a big week for Bryson, and he's been awesome in the Ryder Cup. I think if this was in Europe, though, like he could hear some stuff from the crowd, and he could go off the walls pretty quickly. So
I agree.
He's had a good week, but we'll see what happens in. Where is it in 2 years?
Marco Simeone in Italy.
Yeah,
nice. That's a sick course.
When's the next time we're going back to like a traditional like Scottish or English course, like
for the Ryder Cup?
Like an open type course
for the Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
Well, they've only have announced their venue for 2 years, I think.
I think they're going to a Dari Manor at some point.
Yeah, they're going to Ireland. They're going to Ireland in 2027.
That's sick.
But
and where in 4 years is it Bethpage, right?
Bethpage.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
The crowds there will be fun.
I'm gonna try and go to that one for sure. But again,
Phil's gonna be the captain of that team.
It's possible.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's very possible, actually.
I think he's going to captain the next one.
No, he's not, man.
No, he's not. I don't see that.
No, he'll still be playing enough.
Phil has 5 years of eligibility now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
He's not gonna captain a team while he's worrying about the PGA Tour.
But that's 2 more years, man. Like he's already he's slowing down already.
He's already 85 years old.
Yeah, but he plays a full schedule.
He's not going to play a full schedule coming up.
I think last year or this year was his last.
Yeah, playing a full schedule, I agree with that.
What's he going to do instead? Sit on the couch?
That he won a major.
Yeah.
He's been so bad other than the PGA.
Yeah.
It was just the biggest event of the year, and he just I muted everybody on accident. But the 4 amazing days from a legendary golfer at the age of 50 out of nowhere That's crazy.
No, I agree. It was crazy.
He's gonna do it again too. He's gonna do it again.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
He's
is.
not
Just
gonna do it again.
he had a
He's
great
done.
week and he
He's
won a
done.
major.
Nope.
That's
He's
enough.
gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again.
A good week for Phil at this point is a tied 38th at the Safeway Open.
Nope. He's got more in there.
He does not.
Yeah, he does.
I want to dive into this Morikawa versus Hoblin pairing. I think that, JT, your mic's got to stay muted. Your background noise is
I'm hitting
ridiculous.
pots.
The Hoblin Morikawa pairing is basically the future of the Ryder Cup, in my opinion. I mean, that's essentially to a T. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think about that, but it's just a future of probably a match that we could see in the future too. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's a cool one.
Go ahead, Jordan.
It's sorry, Dan. I think it's definitely a rivalry I think it'd be awesome for the game of golf if those two, I mean, not hated each other, but if it was just the next big rivalry in golf.
The thing is,
so much talent.
I don't think that's possible because I was saying this back when Morikawa won the major, and I think Hovland's the same way. I don't think there's enough emotion in those two.
No, I mean, Morikawa is a silent killer.
Exactly. And Hovland looks like he's like an innocent 15-year-old.
Yeah. He's too nice. He's
too nice. I would have loved to see. I'm disappointed we didn't get any like Brooks versus Poulter pairings, where it's just like.
I wanted Brooks Rahm, but I mean.
Yeah, that would have been great because Brooks would want to win that so bad.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see like, was there anyone? Bryson and Rory. That would have been cool.
Bryson Sergio's not bad.
No, it's not. But we know Rory had like some comments, obviously, about how Bryson basically set his game back like 6 months, which is ridiculous. That's an excuse, but
just a bold take for tomorrow, and I know you guys are going to call me out on it. I don't think Rahm blows out Scotty. I fully expect Scotty to put up a respectable effort in that one.
I do too, but I also think at the same time, in the end, Rahm still comes out on top.
I do. I think Rahm knows it means more to his team than it will for Scotty to the U.S. But
yeah, I think Rahm is going to kill him.
How do you define blowout? Like 5 and 4?
If you don't see the 16th tee, that's a bad showing.
I was about to say that. Anything above 3 and something, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see Scotty get like a 3 and 1, maybe 3 and 2.
Yeah,
but I just think Rahm's afraid.
Rahm's just playing too well.
He's just too good. Like
he has played
so
every time, so maybe he just runs out of steam. Like that's 70. Well,
he's a big man.
60-ish holes over 48 hours, and he's getting like his team is getting smoked right now. So,
what percentage of the points does Rahm have? He's got to have 3.5.
3, doesn't
He's got
3.5, right?
Yeah.
He's got
70% of their points.
3.5.
That's like
Lowry and Hatton have one.
The rest of his team must feel like they're letting him down so hard.
Yeah, 100%.
Who got the other half point? Was it
Hoblin and Fleetwood?
Hoblin, yeah. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's crazy.
It's been a pretty embarrassing showing from the Europeans.
Especially Rory. You're 0-3. That's just going to keep...
Yeah.
And they haven't been close. They've all been blowouts.
Yeah, Rory's gotten smoked this week. But he'll probably go win the Masters by 8 after all of this. So
please do not say that.
I'd actually be so mad if Rory gets a slam before we do.
Yeah.
That would actually be infuriating.
Although, imagine if 2 players were to win the slam in 1 year.
That would suck, to be honest.
You mean Spieth and Phil? Like, that'd be pretty cool.
3 in 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, that would just be why. I mean,
Well,
it's
you
never
could
gonna
get.
happen, but
Could you get Spieth though? I was trying to think if like DJ won 2, and then Spieth and Phil won the other ones. Would that work? But no, DJ's got a
you know what's
Masters.
funny about Phil? Like, I know Bob knows this because Bob lives in New England. Brookline, the country club, is a course that I think Phil could play well at.
No, the scoring will be too much of a mix of high scoring and hard golf. Like, I mean, Phil can't. He can play well. I just don't think he can win. I think it will be too hard.
Did you think he could win at Kiowa? No.
No, but at the
Good
same
point.
time, you know what? Yeah, I have no answer for that. I mean, yeah.
But he's got a better
It's Phil
chance at hard
Mickelson.
course than easy.
It's Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to win a birdie fest, I don't think.
He
doesn't
can't
have
even
that in him.
contend at a birdie fest anymore.
Yeah, he's got a.
Well,
the
he wins.
winning
He
score
wins
has to
Pebble
be,
Beach
like,
though.
4
Yeah,
or 5.
2020, the last time he contended was a while ago. Like, that's the last time, and it's been a year and a half.
Yeah, I agree.
No, he contended at Memphis that one time.
Memphis isn't like a birdie fest. Like, what is it? Minus 15 wins there?
That was a birdie fest that year, though, I feel like. Right?
No, I think that was JT at minus 13.
No,
yeah, it was pretty hard.
But do we think, is Tiger back next year?
No.
I think we could do an entire pod on that, to be honest.
Like is he
I don't.
the next half of next year? July? August?
I think he'll have
I don't
his
know.
calendar. He'll have April circled.
Yeah.
It's tough to tell because we just have no clue where he's at. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
obviously he's not walking without any extra support, or he probably wouldn't have been at Whistling Straits this week. So,
Yeah.
but
How long
it's
ago
only
was it?
September.
Is he at Whistling Straits this week? I didn't see anything
No.
on that.
No.
Dude, if he was at Whistling Straits, that's all that would be done.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wouldn't have been fun. Especially with the
He
US
gets
team
way
playing
too
so
much.
good.
He gets
No,
way
he
too
doesn't.
much
No, he
TV
doesn't. Don't even
coverage.
finish that sentence. Come on.
When he's playing bad.
No.
You want to see that?
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he
Yes.
steals feature group coverage. I agree with that.
No, man.
No one
it's
wants
not-
to see him
come on.
picking his nose over
Not even featured
I do.
golf
just
shots.
it's like on like Golf Channel. You just see every Tiger Woods shot, move.
Dude, that's great. That's what you
And
want
it's
to see.
like, yeah,
No
but
one
Scott Stallings is making 3 birdies in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably appreciate it when Tiger's back and be like, man, let me see everything this guy does.
No, I mean, I miss it. I'm
But-
not a Tiger fan, but I still miss it. I mean, he brought something to PGA Tour and majors that just, like, it brings another level of hype. What the? Whose dog is that? He just brings another level of hype, which is really cool. Yeah. All right, I got to get this post out on IG. 154, Spieth, and Fleetwood. That would be a good one. Man, I want to win that so bad.
Well, Tommy's pretty good at not winning stuff. So
I feel like he won in Paris, right? Yeah, I think he did.
yeah, but then he got, I think Finau like thumped him in singles, and then this year he always like hooks 3 woods into the water when it matters.
That's a good point.
Like he did it at the Honda. I guess he didn't hook it, but he blocked it so bad.
Yeah.
And he's hit the only ball in Lake Michigan all week. I mean,
Is that true? Is that actually true?
it's got to be.
Surely there's been another one.
No, there's been plenty of balls in the lake.
Really? I don't
Yeah,
think
Ron put one in the lake.
No, that's not Lake Michigan, though.
No, but that's not Lake Michigan though.
Yeah.
That's just
the
a
pond.
Pond, a body of water.
Let's get Tim a speaker. Get him up here.
Tim.
Oh, he left.
Darn.
I
No,
think
he's
he has
right
some beef.
with you. As he should.
All right, Fleetwood. Do we think how fast these rounds gonna go tomorrow? Do you think? I don't know.
I mean, once the U.S. wins the cup, I think they'll go faster.
It's a good
Yeah.
point.
If I don't know, if Rory makes a putt maybe, and the
So
rest
they'll
of
go
them
very
follow
fast
suit.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Man,
nobody until we get Bryson Sergio might take a little time.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
safe
of
to play there.
I'm kind of disappointed that we're not going to get a close Ryder Cup for like at least another 2 years, and that probably won't even be close the way this is going.
Yeah, it's just nice to win one though.
I agree. I will take the domination this time.
Next one's overseas, so I wouldn't necessarily go out and declare it won't be close.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We haven't won one overseas in how long again? Like, I know this one's been a complete domination, but
Yeah.
it's different over there.
No, there's no doubt about that. I agree.
It'll feel bigger if we win over there.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
we haven't done that in like how long? 30 years maybe?
It's been a long time.
Like, it was definitely before the year 2000.
I mean, I wouldn't say that that's wrong. I think it's very, very possible. But, there's a lot going on in Europe right now just with golf. I mean, again, the talent's declining. There's no doubt about it. I think we all agree on that. This is the worst European team we've probably ever seen.
Yeah, I think that's true. And
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't help when
it's because Rory sucks.
yeah.
I think
the
that
best
plays a good
player
point.
is healthy,
Yeah.
you know.
All right, Spieth versus Fleetwood post is out. This is, if no one else has any questions, this can be the last thing, but I really want to get that 0-3 in singles or 0-6 in singles, whether you want to say just the Ryder Cup or an all team play. I want to get that out of that's been something that's been holding him back. Just people are calling him the worst singles player ever, which is just really annoying. So, he probably is, but I want to get that off my back a lot. So, really want that win tomorrow more than anything. Obviously, other than the USA win. But I think that match, even though it's in the 11th spot for us Spieth fans, is going to be a lot bigger than we may think, or other people may treat it as. Because I know you guys, Jordan, Dan, I don't know what you guys think, but that is, if we win tomorrow, that's going to feel really good, just as a Spieth fan.
I think the whole week
Yeah.
as a whole would be just a better week if he wins tomorrow too. I mean, he's played so far pretty freaking crappy. So if he can put a point on the board, even though we'll probably have the 14.5 needed by then, I mean, it would just be nice to go out like that for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, to get 2 points would be cool. A 500 record would be nice.
Yeah.
And get the singles off the back. But also it'll be the last time he plays until January. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be ready to go.
Yeah. I agree. But yeah, I know it's late. If anyone else has any questions, they can ask. We'll answer. But we'll have a Ryder Cup review pod out later next week. We'll probably record it earlier in the week. But again, we want to give it a little time after this because I know people will listen to this tomorrow. If anyone has anything, let us know, and then we'll let you guys have the rest of your night.
How many listeners do you get on these? The first cup?
No, so we reached 1,000 earlier this week.
Nice.
Which is pretty crazy for a first episode. So yeah, it's doing really well. It's been a lot of fun. I know it definitely exceeded our expectations. Jordan and Dan, I know you agree with that. But it's been a lot of fun. I can look at what we have right now. I mean, we got close to 1,000 views on the first YouTube, and I know most people don't listen to podcasts on YouTube, but still, that's pretty incredible. I'll check Anchor right now. Yeah, so we've got 444 listeners on podcast websites like Google or Apple or Spotify, and then we have like almost 900 on YouTube. So that's pretty cool.
We are lucky.
We are, especially to have the platform like to start it out, because usually it's a grind getting podcast listeners, but it's been good. It's been really good. We've had a blast doing it, and it's late, so I know I'm not as emotionally into it, but I'm very excited that we're as ahead as we are. I mean, it feels good. They get so like overconfident, and it feels really good to finally be winning one like this. So, Dan and Jordan, if you guys have any last thoughts, we can go over that.
No, not really from my behalf. Just thanks to everyone for either coming on to Spaces and chatting with us or just sitting in the waiting room and listening to us talk, and everyone on all our different platforms. Just thanks for the support through the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us, and we really just appreciate your viewership.
Yeah, I agree with that, Dan.
Yeah, the support's been awesome. Hopefully I don't jinx it. I'll knock on some wood. But take that, Riggs. He probably will never hear
Facts.
that, but I hate it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I got so...
Nah, Jet has some opinions on Riggs and his golf media like influence. So what are those, Jet? Because I know we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, he's just got a massive influence on golf media, like bigger than anyone else, I think. Like, everybody knows who he is now. Everybody knows he's a big Kisner guy.
Didn't you say that your friend saw Riggs and it was like cooler than seeing a player?
Yeah, like, I don't know why, but like, I guess it's because I've seen all those PGA Tour players, and it's like, you never feel like you can see an online personality. Like, I never feel like I could see Dave Portnoy in real life, but I could see Phil Mickelson just by going to a golf tournament. So it almost feels cooler in that way.
No, yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I do think this is a big win for the rest of the Barstool Sports team, because I know they stuck with the U.S. But yeah, take that, Riggs. Yeah.
And he also just has like the best job in the world.
Oh.
Just sitting down doing a podcast on the first tee of the Ryder Cup.
It's ridiculous.
Like, that's just, and he's just a normal guy too.
Just a normal guy. And he's literally got no, like, he knows nothing more about golf. Like, he doesn't have any, like, than just us. Like, they literally talk about golf from a common golfer fan's perspective, which is really cool.
I know.
That's
me and you could beat him.
Absolutely.
Because he's a horrible golfer.
He's horrible. His putting stroke, one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. But yeah, I do agree with that, Dan. It's nice to see Riggs get this one stuck in his face, because yeah, that was. I'm excited to see what he says after, because that'll be pretty funny.
Yeah, he better be Team Europe. Like, I feel like he can't come back.
No, he can't.
You know,
No.
like, he's Team Europe for the rest of his life.
No,
So,
well, unless Kisner gets picked.
fair, but is Kisner getting picked in?
I don't know.
Kisner's never getting
I don't
picked,
know.
man.
Short courses are in Europe, so.
Yeah, but he's not.
Well, he's got to win a
He's
tournament.
not
The Ryder
not
Cup.
that good.
Yeah, I agree. But
Like, also, there's some dudes that, actually maybe not, but I was thinking like Matt Wolf, if he can kind of right his ship, and because I've heard he's been dealing with like mental stuff, so hopefully he's doing better. But because he would be because when he's on, he's so good, and he could I feel like he could be part of the Ryder Cup team in the future too.
No, yeah, I agree.
So
I agree. But yeah, that's it. We will. Yeah, we'll figure out our schedule for the rest of the off season. I know this is basically it for Jordan Spieth for a very long time, but we'll have a Ryder Cup review out. We'll talk about the Ryder Cup as a whole after singles. Probably a little shorter since we already did this. We won't have to really talk about the foursman's play as much, but in the four ball. But yeah, we'll do that later this week, and I'll have this out tonight, maybe tomorrow. Well, it'll be available to listen tomorrow morning. I can guarantee you that. So yeah, thank you for everyone who came on. I know it's a little late, but I'd like to do one of these again, maybe like for the Masters or something, because I think that could be really cool. But yeah, other than that, I think we're good. Dan, Jordan, anything else?